A little flexible eating lesson at the whiteboard. For those of you that are already in the private group, the Flexible Eating Nation, you saw that I put up a post asking you, hey guys, how can I help you out even more? What can I do? How can I be of service to all of you to make flexible eating even better? If you're not already in that group, head over to the Flexible Eating Nation. You can search it right on Facebook. It's a private group. I'll approve you. You'll be in there. Amazing stuff goes down. Tons of support, camaraderie. It's really become a team and a family in there. Well, I put that question up yesterday and lots of great responses, but the one that came up the most often was, hey, how do I track alcohol? What do I do about alcohol? And I've talked about it before. I talk about it in the video series. If you haven't already, head over to join.theflexibleeatingnation.com. There's some free case studies you can check out. Check out some of my clients that have made amazing progress. And then, of course, if you're interested, download the original Flexible Eating Blueprint. But let's talk alcohol for a moment. So, alcohol. Did I spell that right? I don't even know. So, alcohol, like anything else with flexible eating, I tell people, this needs to be a lifestyle. This needs to be sustainable. I love my Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love my Pop-Tarts. If someone told me, Jay, you can't have those ever again, I might make it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, but at some point, you're going to find me passed out in my bathtub with Cinnamon Toast Crunch sprinkled all over me, dogs sniffing around, licking it, etc. It'd be quite a funny scene, but it would be sad. It'd be actually really sad. But the point is, just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, some of you need your happy juice. You need your alcohol. Now, whether that's a beer, a glass of wine, a shot of tequila, or a margarita, whatever that is, I understand that. I understand that's part of life. That's part of enjoying life, and I want you to be able to do it. However, we don't track alcohol exactly the same way you would track food. If you track food, you simply scan it, the barcode, or you search for it, broccoli, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, a banana, a burrito, whatever it is, it's going to pop up, it's going to give you your macronutrients. What you'll find with alcohol, let's just use an easy example. I know it's a crappy beer maybe, but I just like to use the Mich Ultra. And let's say, okay, an Ultra is 100 calories. Now that might not be entirely accurate, but let's just go off of that for now. If you look at that Mich Ultra in the app and it says 100 calories or something very similar to that, and you look at the breakdown of macronutrients, protein, carb, and fat, what you'll find is there's minimal protein, there's about 3 grams of carbs, and there's 0 fat. So very quickly we can start to understand, with no protein and no fat and only 3 grams of carbs, that's 12 calories coming from carbohydrates. Why 12? Every gram of carbohydrates has 4 calories. That's science. Every gram of protein has 4 calories, and every gram of fat is 9. So if we take the 3 carbohydrates that we're seeing in that Mich Ultra, multiply it by 4, that gives us 12 calories. Now what that tells us is, if we subtract that, there's 88 unspoken for calories. 88 calories that are unaccounted for. So we can erase this, but let's understand what that means. If there's 88 calories, where is that coming from? That's the alcohol. That's the buzz. That's why you're all drinking this stuff. Because that's what is creating that Mich Ultra, the alcohol. Unfortunately for all of you, alcohol is not a macronutrient. You will actually survive. You will continue to thrive without drinking alcohol. You don't need it, but you want it. So here's what we're going to do. Rather than looking at those macronutrients, we're going to take those 100 calories in that Mich Ultra, divided by 4. Why 4? Answer that. Because there's 4 calories per gram of carbohydrates, and we're going to track this as 25 grams of carbohydrates. Now, that Mich Ultra, that within the app has only 3 grams of carbohydrates, we're going to track as 25. Here's how you're going to do it. There's 2 options. Option 1 is you can just quick add in MyFitnessPal those grams of carbohydrates. It'll multiply it by 4. It'll take off 100 calories. Very simple. For every beer you're gonna have, you just plug that in. If you're gonna have 4 beers today, great. That's 100 grams of carbohydrates or 400 calories, and it will track that. The other thing you can do, if you have the same drink, if you go to the same drink often, create your own food. Create a Mich Ultra that has the right breakdown of macronutrients, and then every time you drink one, just add it. Now, we've only used Mich Ultra as the example, but here's what I've learned, here's what I've figured out. I would account for any drink you're having, assuming you're having one normal sized drink that's 5 ounces of wine, a beer, 1 shot, a mixed drink, assuming you're accounting for the mixer in it, whether it's Coke or margarita mix or whatever else you're putting in it, orange juice, cranberry juice, etc. But for every one drink, I would typically tell people to track it as 25 grams of carbohydrates. 25 grams per drink. So what does that mean? That means when you know Saturday night is coming and you're going to go out with your friends and have 3 drinks earlier in the day, account for it. Okay, well, I'm going to have 3 drinks. I'm accounting for each one as 25 grams of carbohydrates. Very quickly, we've accounted for 75 grams. We're set to go. Now enjoy the rest of your day planning for it. Like I said, I don't think you need to drink. I don't drink very often. However, I understand the want to, and I understand that this has to be a sustainable lifestyle. And if I told all of you, you can't drink, this is no longer sustainable. So rather than saying, don't do this, what I'm telling you is do it, but understand what it means for your day, what it means for tracking your macronutrients. I hope that helps. I'll get that question very often. I'll link this again. If you haven't already, like I said, head over to the Flexible Eating Nation, the private group. Check out join.theflexibleleatingnation.com for some free case studies. I hope this helped. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy a drink or two. Just remember how to track it.